moved back to Malta, my setup is not complete. So please excuse the ugliness behind me. I'm going to play a spot on DTO, given that we were moving across the continent in the middle of a pandemic. I have not had the opportunity to play as much as I would have liked. The spot that we are going to play is 3-bet pre-flop, 45 big blinds deep, and it is button versus the cutoff. I find these 3-bet spots pretty tricky, so hopefully we can learn a few things along the way. So this is the first hand that we are going to play. We have 9s versus the button that has 3 bets. I'm just going to check fold here. I'm just going to go ahead and put that out there even for 25%. Boom. These boards, I used to over defend them in game, but I feel you just get to fold a lot more than you would think. Just because you're just not going to do very well, right? You're just going to get absolutely crushed by everything. And even if you hit your 2-outer, it's not always going to be good. This one, we obviously aren't going to be folding. They do size up, which is interesting. My hand automatically now becomes a good bluff catcher, in my opinion. We block jacks, we block ace king, we block aces, which are some of the hands that are going to size up. So I'm just not going to fold here. I just think it's a really good hand to call down. They have 7s. So this is something that I wouldn't do in game. I would not probably find a larger bet on this flop. So as you can see, it's a king, jack, 8 board, and DTO bet 7. So these are the hands that want to bet this size, which I believe is 50%, right? Where is it? Check. Hold on. I'm being an idiot. I'm pretty sure it was 50%, right? Why am I being dumb? Whatever. Anyway, let's just look at the hands that they bet. So where are we going? DTO, sorry. All right, so obviously ace king, I think makes sense. Ace queen makes sense. Sorry, ace king and aces make sense because it's king jack 8. But like these pairs, it's not doing it a lot. All right, so it's just slight. It's like it's a pretty low amount. So I think if you're not going to do it with this hand, it's fine. I think using hands like ace 10 and ace queen makes sense. Just for the duplication with the aces, ace king, obviously have the good shot to the nuts and stuff. So it's just something to consider because I don't really do it a lot. Here we are going to fold. I actually need to look at the ranges. Is one thing we need to do. So as you can see, the button is 3-betting. Kind of a mix with all the suited hands, which is normally what you'll find in these situations where you can flat them all. They're going to mix heavily. In terms of pairs, we have pretty much 10s plus at a full weight. And then after that, we have 9s mixed and a little small bit of 8, 7, 6s. In terms of the cutoff flatting range, they don't have any 10s plus, they don't have any ace king, and they only have a small bit of ace queen suited. So obviously on those ace high boards and stuff, we are going to have a big advantage. I'm going to bet small here, but it wouldn't surprise me if we use a bigger size sometimes. I'm going to bet. This might be a little bit spewy, but I have good suits. I block pocket 8s, which could be a hand that gets, you know, sticky. I block king queen, which is the top of their king s range. So I'm going to go for it. It does prefer a check. It does prefer a check. Here, do we have to check raise, get this in? I'm going to say yes on this board. I don't know if my hand's good enough to go all in. Obviously with double flush draws, I don't know if we should have this size. Like, I think it should be polarized. The question is whether we check, call, or we shove. It prefers check. Slightly. It also prefers checking or calling the flop. So it's actually a 78% just call on the flop. I thought king 10 might be too good. I want to see, do we always raise king jack? Yeah, it much prefers king jack, which is usually how it works, right? We haven't got one wrong yet, have we? I'm going to go for a bigger bet on this board. Smaller bet. I would have thought this is one of the boards that we can bet big. Let me see what hands it likes betting big a lot. It's got to be the usual suspect, isn't it? Jacks, queens. See, I thought because we have queens and kings, having a king and a queen in our hand, it would be a good hand to use it with. But anyway, I haven't got one wrong yet, as far as I'm aware. Ooh, I wonder if we can lead here. I'm gonna bet. There, fair's the 1/3 because they mostly bet their overpairs, right? DTO, let me see, are you checking any overpairs? No. No, barely checking 9x. So we want to, that means the reason why it prefers the smaller size then is because you got to look at the hands we're trying to get value from, right? We are going to have a lot of good hands on this board. On 985, we're going to have a decent chunk of 9x if you look at our range. We're also going to have the boats, we're going to have the straights. When they check, they just become so capped that we want to drive in money from the overcards. Especially considering there's going to be situations here where they're drawing dead with overcards, so we really don't want them to be folding. So I guess that is why it is not a big bet, and I think we got excited because I like putting pressure on people, but I think it makes sense for the small bet. So that's the first one we got wrong. So it's actually kind of funny we're running this spot. One of the biggest mistakes that I was making when I was doing reviews with my coach recently was that I was over calling in 3-bet pots. I would have always called this before, but obviously this is just an over adjustment. But hey, they top set, so I say good fold from me. 2 wrong. Damn it. Yeah. No. All right, so I'm taking over too much from the single raise pots against the big blind to these 3-bet pots in terms of identifying boards where we can bet big. So there is ace jack there, and then there is ace jack. But I would have thought it was better to do it with the ace of diamonds. It feels a bit harsh that it's a mistake when there's a lot of ace jack in there. But I'm sure there's reasoning for the suits that I just can't explain. All right, let's get a streak going. 1. Check fold. 2. Don't check fold. Do not check fold your pair. You can fold a turn though. I think if I'm gonna bluff, I probably prefer have a queen or a jack in my hand. We're just gonna show it down. Obviously, once they check the turn, they're very capped. I don't have any good blockers, I don't think, to check raise. 3 in a row. Yeah, it does like the all-in a little bit. And this is just a product of being so capped when they check the turn. Like, they're just so incredibly capped when they check the turn. That's why we can use this as an all-in sometimes. Let me see what we actually want to be using as the all-in a lot, though. My guess is we have a jack or an 8. Sorry, a jack or a queen. Look. These hands are just going to be used a lot with the diamonds because obviously you get the float in the first place. Makes sense. Was that 4? I'm not sure. All right, we've lost count. I fold. I think it's 5 in a row though. I think we're on a little streak here. And we're going to call. We have a deuce or a 6 for a straight. We have the best hand against stuff like an 8, queen jack, king queen with a spade, etc. And I'm just going to show it down, I think. This is the bottom of my range though, isn't it? Oh, maybe not. Maybe we have some overcards with a spade. I prefer is betting. But we still get it right. I think it's 6 in a row. Small bet. Fold. Yeah, mostly small betting, pretty much always. I think that's 7 in a row. I'm gonna bet small because I think this board's just like a range bet small, pretty much. No, you can check it sometimes. I thought Queen Jack X would just be a board that we bet, but like tens, if you're going to check, is going to be a hand. That makes a lot of sense to check, for sure. Where are we in terms of? We're at 76%. The best is 81. Let me have a little look what the actual best is up here though. Why did it disappear? All right, whatever. We'll just keep going and we'll get ourselves up on this leaderboard. You got to play a lot of hands to get on the leaderboards is the only thing. I'll have a small bet, yeah. And obviously empty on the river. I just want to see the turn. It feels like you want to bet small all the time, yeah. And all in on the river. Just clean. I don't know how many that is in a row, but I'm pretty much never, ever, ever going to get one wrong again. He says, and then gets a tricky one. It felt dicey. I wasn't sure at all. And we are going to bet here. And we are going to fold. All right. All right. I defend 2-2 in a true bet pot exactly 0% of the time, Big Bad Boris says. Yeah. I don't blame you. I don't want to put a lot of chips in here, but you might be able to bet bigger on this board with a decent chunk of hands would be my guess. Yeah. So ace king, ace queen, the usual suspects. Or sorry, not ace queen. Ace queen, ace jack, ace 10. And then this kind of stuff is just ready to empty when it has the right suits sometimes. Well, I think betting small, if you want to just simplify it, is going to be fine as well. I feel like we've got a lot right. We've got a lot right in a row here. All right, you can't stop, won't stop. 100%. No other way to play it. They had king high as well. I wouldn't bluff their hand on the river. No chance. We fold. We will let it go. So I was folding a little bit too much probably in 3-bot pots recently, which is good to know. And we're going to just bet small. We are going to check. And we're going to check. I would have called the river though. Was it like a value bet? Ah, you're too gangster for me, DTO. It likes betting the turn as well. I guess, let me have a little look. If we look at what DTO does on the flop, when they raise. Oh, okay. Wait, was that the turn? They raise a lot of their ace-x. A decent chunk of it, right? So they don't have a huge amount left. Which makes sense, but we're still flying. We're still good. I haven't got one wrong, and I actually don't think I'm ever gonna get one wrong again. I'm gonna fold it, they bet big. Feels too thin, doesn't it? I bet if I like Jack 10. My call. Mostly folding. Mostly folding. Whoa, whoa, whoa. We nearly lost the microphone. Almost, but not quite. All right, that one feels like we got away with one there. I feel like we've kind of scummed it a little bit. I'm going small, even though I think I can go big. I think we have to bet this card with range, but should it be this size or this size? All right, so it likes the bigger bet. Our instinct was right. So it's like 8, 9s, 10. Yeah, all those pairs. Kings and aces, you bet small, but like queens, jacks, 10s, 9s, 8. You start putting that money in. Because don't forget what their range looks like. They're completely stripped of the big pairs. Oh, it's a terrible turn. I fold. I'm out. I'm out. I'm also never, ever getting one wrong yet, apparently. Ah, can we bet big on this board? Surely we can. Ooh. Ooh. Ace 10's an issue. King X of spades is an issue, but they have like ace 8, ace 9. I'm gonna go all in. It might be 210. Not 210. It's excellent. It's beautiful. It's class. So yeah, it likes a big bet sometimes, but we're okay with the small. Turn is standard and all in on the river. Oof. It's not terrible to check it. That little orange means that it's not terrible though, so it would have been fine. No, Fintan. No. No, 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 no. No, 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 no. Oh. God damn it. Just, God damn it. We were flying there, eh? Up to 77%. Good progress. God damn it, man. Ah, 2 in a row wrong. We've ruined it. All right, we got too cocky. We got a little too cocky. All right, we're gonna get how many? Wait, hold on. Let's fold this first. How many do we need? Let's play until we have 200 hands played. We are going to get. I'm gonna get a little notepad open, and I'm gonna mark it, and we're gonna get them all right in a row. Watch and learn. How many hands did I say we need to play? Was it 36? 36 hands. Here we go. 36 in a row. Without fail. I'm gonna go. Whoa, sorry, we just busted a big one on our last table of the day. I'm gonna go small, but all in or call. I can't be getting the first one wrong. Good. Likes the all in. Does like the big bet, but that is one. We need 36 in a row here to set world records live on the stream. Yeah, we'll go small. 2 in a row. 34 to go. No! No! The board's just too good for them, isn't it, to bet that size? Does the pairs, any of the pairs do it? Nah, just 100% of your range, 25%. Alright, 33 in a row. We won't mess this up again. No way. I don't want to raise. Does it raise the turn? Yeah. It does raise the turn. What do they have? They say, it just feels like that, doesn't it? Even a bot sometimes plays face up. All right, 33 in a row, 32 to go. We've got this, no bother. The no pair? All right, we didn't get silly. 31 to go. And then we're all having a nice weekend. Why couldn't you just brick it off and it's an easy bluff? All right, first smaller. Check, 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 check. Using this as a bluff on the turn is really nice, just because we block the turn set, and obviously we can have the straight draw. But that's 3 in a row, 30 to go. It's coming home. It's happening. Check fold, out of my sight, gone. 4 in a row. Oh, would like to call in sometimes with King Jack. That is gangster. I would have called all the other King Jacks, obviously with the flush draw. They'll probably call 100% of the time. Yeah, but without the flush draw, I don't find that 70% of the time. Nowhere near. Knit life. Alright, obviously, usually pretty easy to play these. You just want to empty. What? 35% on a jack turn? 35% on a jack turn? Surely you can bet geometric on that turn. What do you want? What does it want to bet? Does it want to bet like kings and queens and stuff? It's because you want to drive value in against hands that don't check raise, isn't it? When they check raise so much of their ace X and they don't have that much. isn't it? Like, look at the range they call. We want to drive value in against these hands that are drawing dead almost. That's what it is, isn't it? It's a concept that sometimes I just forget. All right, I think I'm not. How many do we have to go? 28. Sure. I'll call against that size, but I don't think it could be a mistake to get it in. I thought that would be a good lead. I thought that would be a good lead. All right, this is an easy check raise. Check. Oh. Check. Oh. It doesn't like right. Oh, it likes all in on the flop. Okay. I would not do that in game, so it's something maybe we can work on. We call. We check. Ooh, any bluffers? Any all-inners? Oh, any all-inners? Any all-inners? No all-inners. All right, 25 hands left. We have lost the run of things a little bit now. Maybe we've just reached our capacity. We've done the 50 hands-ish. The 50 hands a day keeps the downswing away. Maybe we just don't want to overdo it. I'm going to bet again, I think. No, we're going to check. Can't be a mistake, surely. I would like a 50% option. All right, all right, all right. It's just a bad river card to bet, I feel. Not ideal. All right, we're just check raising. We're not shoving without a flush draw. You just go all in on the turn, eh? Ah! All right, all right, all right, all right, all right. I wish I could handpick the turn. Obviously, it would be so hard to do, and it would be too many sims. But if you could just make that a deuce turn, I assume we bet small. It just needs a little bit more protection on that turn card, more good shots, more straight draws, flush draws, etc. I'm betting big on this board. You're not stopping me. All right, we're gonna finish strong. I'm just gonna take the safe bet, even though I think it could be a big bet here. Let me see the flop. It's very close. It's kind of dealer's choice. Turn is close as well. All right. We are gonna empty here on a lot of run-outs. Easy shoves. Easy shoves. And here we are obviously not folding. Now we're just not folding at all. The question is, do we check shove the turn? I think we just call, but this could be a mistake. I just want to see what a turn is. It likes check shoving, doesn't it? Yeah. Hand needs a lot of protection. They're still going to have to call their ace kings, their ace jacks, because I can check shove stuff that are, you know, good shots with pairs or flush draws. But, okay. When people check shove there against me on the turn, I hate my life. In game, it's usually just the nuts. On the monotone boards, I'm not so sure if we want to go as big, but I could be wrong. I want to bet for protection. I'm not sure. The monotone boards I don't know very well, so I'm really not too sure as to why we do exactly what here. They're tough. 17 more hands, and we sail off into the sunset for the weekend. Pure check raise. Pure check raise. 15 more hands. We are not going to get another one wrong. It's not going to happen. It's a big bet. No, it's check. Oh, I would never check that. I would never ever check that. How much of our range are we checking on 10-9x? Jack 8 100% of the time. 9-7 a lot. I mean, these hands are intuitive, but to me, I like 6-5 as a bet and potentially using it as a bluff down the streets, but apparently not. All right, never getting another hand wrong from now. All right. We are going to bet. We're going to check. Oh, come on. I just thought having the ace of diamonds made this not the most ideal bluffing candidate, given that we blocked the backdoor flush draws. I would have bluffed if I had ace 9 with different suits. We'll see what the preference is. It prefers bluffing with the ace of diamonds. That is so alien to me. You block the backdoor flush draw, the auto folds on the turn, and you want to bluff that? That's just against everything I thought I knew. It's a whole new world, ladies and gentlemen. It is a whole new world. All right, how many do we have left and what score are we on? Back down to 75%. How are we looking on that leaderboard? We're not going to get near the top of it for a while because we just have to play a lot of hands. But if we keep up this rate, you can see 77% is pretty respectful. Respectful. So, you know, we just try our best. All right, 11 more hands. Aces with the spade. I'm happy to bet small. I'm betting big. We're calling all in. Ace Jack, that is gangster. 10 more hands, right? Let's see if we can get that back up to 76%. I think if we get all 10 hands, we're pretty close to 76 anyway, so it'll work. All right, 1. Come on. Check. It's got to be kind of close, right? Because they check raise so many ace-x and check. I have no tables left, MV. We got showered. I'm gonna fold. All right, we're ending this strong though. We are ending this strong. I'm out. I'm out. How many do we have left? Oh, we're already up to 76. Hold this. Come on, hold this now. Just gotta fold. I'm out. Nice hand. 6 left. I fold these suits, especially to 50%. We're ending with a 100% run. This is beautiful to watch. It's an easy fold. We're out. 4 left. All these pairs get folded. Look at that evaluation. Gone. Gone. None of these pairs. Out. We need this region of the board. I'm going to bet small, but I think betting big could be cool too. Yeah, it's a mix. Almost exactly. This is a beautiful end. Oh, am I going to jinx it and just... Close. No, no. I was going to say we play until we get one wrong. It just likes bigger. They just have so little Jack X when they check the turn. All right, 2 hands left. We're not gonna go on a run. Unfortunately, we ended there. Heartbreaking, man. All right, last hand of the evening. I'm on it. I can't believe we've ended it on a bad note. Monotone boards are tough to play. Hey, DTO, any chance you could have a section where it's like, I don't know if that's possible, but if you could just deploy certain boards, like monotone boards, paired boards, would that be a good idea, chat? I'm not sure. But anyway, we end with a respectful 76%, 200 hands in. A little bit too much in terms of EV loss for my liking. But it holds up against these people, top of the leaderboards. Obviously, the 75% is good for now, but it's easy. It's easy compared to when you play these many hands. It gets tougher, but look, it holds up right across the board. It's not a bad result at all. I do hope when we do this content that you enjoy it. I am going to get back into regularly posting them once per week. I'll post this on my YouTube at Easy with Aces, and it will be on the DTO YouTube as well. If you have any spots that you would like me to do, please put it in the comments on my YouTube. But also, if you have any questions about the hands, if you want to ask questions in the comments, I will actually go run sims myself and try and get a better understanding of them, so I can dive into it, or I can just look at the spot and try and explain it if I know. Obviously, some of it goes over my head. I didn't get 100%. I got 75%. But poker's a tough game. It just is. There's a lot of tough spots. But I enjoy learning, and I think DTO is just a fantastic app. It turns the learning experience into a game. You can play it for 5-10 minutes a day. I try personally to do minimum of 50 hands a day, and I really think it does help. It keeps you sharp, keeps you on your toes. But anyway, that is all for this episode, and we'll be back next week. I hope you enjoyed it.